Hey guys, it's Justin from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having a great Memorial Day weekend. This is our weekly watch list video highlighting a few stocks we are watching as well as a key market breakdown. Enjoy. Alright guys, so first things first, from the weekly chart here, we had this failed breakdown here. If you guys recall from the watch list, we mentioned if this doesn't get traded below its low and we trade a strong inside bar, above that high is not a bad long. And you can see we are just continuing higher here in this trend. And when you get this move just like this, a very strong uptrend move here, clearly that we want to be a part of longs on pullbacks. We are in a clear weekly uptrend here. You can see ever since down here, we get this move. We attempted to fail this breakdown. We had some sellers clearly come to the market, and now that is unraveling here. So for me, I am going to be watching from the daily chart here. As long as we hold this region right here, right into this area down here at 452.54, and we break above this region right here at 459.50, I do think we test 461.50 is an untested high here from the pre-market on QQQ. Over 459.15, I do think we test that and we trade higher here this week. Now, the short play, again, like I mentioned, is below 452.54, and it would be that lower high that then fails and rolls over here. So if we go even into the 4 hour, we had this move higher, and if we roll over, then this part right here, would be the lower high, and then we could see that move lower right below here. That is going to be one of the close watches here, but if this just fails and all of a sudden we just go like this right here, and we just trade up here, let me go in here, if we just trade up over this high right here, I think we test up here at least, and then we can test up into those psych regions such as 465 overhead. So going to have that on close watch, I do think that is a good scenario that can happen here today. Or, excuse me, this coming week. Meta is going to be the first one, and we have a nice trend here. Even if we go into the hourly, this is a clear trend where we gap down and then we start feeling higher highs, higher lows. And we really, what ends up happening here is we break out of essentially this move or this wedge right here. And then all of a sudden we put in this higher low and another higher low here, which looks really nice to the upside. I am eyeing this long here if we break back over this 480 area. So we have this failed breakdown over 480.50. I like this long up into this 490 area and then 497 overhead. And from the weekly chart perspective, we failed to break down. We're holding these candle lows right here. So you can see when we look at this, we're holding this low, we're holding this low, this low, this low, and yes, we got close, but we're holding this low, and it does look like over 480, we can at least test up into 490 and then up into 497, where I do think we could see some potential rejection area in this area. So keep that on watch. Over 480. 50 is going to be one of the main watches this week. Apple, another one, and we had that weekly 3-bar play that we mentioned before in that we are watching over this candle's high. We get this nice breakout, and we're forming a variation of a 3-bar play again here. But I'm waiting for this one to set up. And what I'm waiting for is a long back over 190.98 with room up in to 194.69. So that is going to be the main target up in here, 195 area, and above that into this pivot right around 197 on a failed breakdown. Nice inside bar over this bar's high and really over 191. Really liking this long here to the upside in the coming week. Tesla, another failed breakdown, and we do have a weekly high or a daily higher low. So we see these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and the fact that this bar failed to push lower gives me confidence that we see upside here on this. So over 179.80, eyeing long, target 1 right here into 182.85, and then target 2 up here right into this 187 area, and then 192.30 area being the next target above on Tesla here this week. Moderna, a really, really strong move, and this is a prime example here of what a 3-bar play is. So you essentially get a big bar here, so you get this big bullish bar, and I could actually change that to green. So you get this big bullish bar here, and then you get this narrower bullish bar in here like such, and then you look for this one for that continuation move higher, and that is what we're getting. So my main watch here on this one is going to be this long back over 168.88 with a target up here into 170.47, and above that we do have room into psych regions like 172, 73, 74, and so on and so forth. This is looking very, very strong, and even when you go here into the 4 hour, nice flag formation here. So you get this push higher, and really now what we're doing is we're consolidating here for then this breakout here to the upside, and that is the part that I want to catch. And this, the nice thing about this Moderna setup right here is this is a clear uptrend. So if you drew just an uptrend line like this, I know it's not a traditional trend line, but just draw a line from the bottom left then to the top right. This is a clear uptrend that we have on Moderna right now, eyeing that long back over 168.88. First target 170.50 highs, and then psych regions overhead. So again, like I mentioned, 172, 73, 74, and so on. And the last one, this is really interesting. This is a classic example of a wedge move. I'm actually eyeing the downside here on Amazon for potential. It's not the best setup by any means. You guys can see this nice wedge formation that we have here. And really what I want to see then is a break below right here that then fails. So like we come down here, and then what happens is we come back here, and I'm looking for this retest or this failure right here in this area then to roll over and target this region down here into 177.55. So that is going to be my play. If it trades back over this 182 area right in here, I do think then we can see this region up into 183.75, and that is definitely on the table here this week. And with that being said, that wraps up our watch list video. If you enjoyed this new style of video, let us know down below. We'd appreciate it. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below or reach out to us through our email. Thank you guys, and I hope you all have a great week.